Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how you can turn your simple data from like this to like this. So let's begin. I am going to divide this video into two parts. First, we will align our cells and the content. Second, we will put borders and give it the final touch. Remember that most of your formatting option is available in the Home tab and in this ribbon. I will run quickly through these formatting options. First is the clipboard. Under this there is cut, copy, format, painter and paste. Let us see if I want to move this cell to some other location. I can either copy it or I can cut it. So if I cut it, it will move the information from this location to another location. Let us see if I want to cut it now. I will use the shortcut Ctrl X, or I can just press this button. And I want to paste it here. So I will use shortcut Ctrl V. Second is copy. I can copy this cell and I can paste it here. The shortcut is Ctrl C and I will paste it here, Ctrl V. This will copy and duplicate your data. This is useful when I want to copy the same cell in multiple cells like this. So I will delete it and delete this as well. In Format Painter, you can use the same format and copy in different cells. Now let's move to the font group. Under the font group, you can change the style of the text by using different font styles. To change the font style, I will simply copy the data. I will select the font which I want and I will just select it. I can also change the size. I can also quickly just change the size by clicking on this A button, or I can reduce it. I can also make my data look bold. The shortcut is Ctrl B, or italic. The shortcut is Ctrl I, or I can even underline it. The shortcut is Ctrl U. I will highly recommend you to learn the shortcuts because it is one of the most efficient way of using Excel, and you can also save a lot of time. The next is border drop down. This will come to later. I can also change the background of the text color. Now let me go back to Format Painter. Format Painter is going to help you to apply the format to different cells. I will select the area which I want to copy the format and I will click Format Painter. Now if I want to apply it here, I will just click once. So it has applied. Now you must have noticed when I click the Format Painter button, my cursor had turned into a paintbrush. And when I apply it once, the paintbrush will disappear. So in case if I want to apply the same format to multiple cells, I will just select the data again and then I will double click it. So now I can apply on multiple places. And to remove the Format Painter, I will just press enter. So now the brush has gone. So I don't want this format. I just wanted to show you as an example. I will go here, Home, under the editing group, clear and clear formats. Next I want to show you is alignment tab. Let me type something here. Now if I want, I can merge a group of cells into one cell. For that I have to select the cells and then select this drop down and merge and center. You can see now that all the cells have been merged and centered perfectly. I can also move this text horizontally or vertically. I have to just click on this. Let me see if I want to move it at the top. I can just click this. This is at the center and this is at the bottom. So that is vertically. Now we can move it horizontally as well. I have to click this. The text has gone to the left side, center and the right side. So now I will make it in the center. I can also use this option to change the position of my text. Let us see if I want it this way, or maybe this way. It's as per your requirement. So let us make it normal. There is another option to wrap the text. Let me show you what will happen. You will see that my text is not visible in this cell. So to make it visible, I can just click on this wrap text. It will wrap the whole text into this cell. So next we will format our rows and columns. To unmerge this, just select and then click unmerge and then delete if you don't want. Now there are a couple of ways you can format the width and height of your cells. One way is you can just select the data, go to the home tab, under the cell group, just select this format drop down and I'll click column width. But this is useful only if the size of the data is same in each and every cell. But in our case, we have to use format and auto fit column width. Automatically, Excel has resized our columns. Similarly, you can do for the rows as well. I will copy the data, I will copy the rows. I'll go to this option and auto fit row height. So now that my rows and columns are nicely adjusted, let us move forward. Now I want these first 4 lines to be in the center of the data. I will just select them. I'll go to merge and center and I will click merge across and I can center align it. This is basically a school report card. You can see the name of the school, the address and the information about the student, and then there are semester wise grades over here. So let me put this in center and I will click on this center align button, and I want all these columns to be sized equally. For that, what I will do is I will select the columns and I will go in between the 2 cells, and once my cursor turns into this dark black divider, I will just adjust one cell. I want to copy the subject as well, so I will copy everything again and just resize it. So now it's perfect. Now let's go to the second part of the video, that is borders. A lot of the borders over here apply on one side or another side of the cell. Often when you apply the border, it's difficult to see the effect, so you have to click outside of the highlighted cells. So now you can see there's a border applied over here. Similarly, there are multiple options which I can use. For example, the top border or all borders. There is this thick borders as well. I can also use the double line border, or I can also draw the border. If I select the draw border, I can go to any cells and I can draw the borders like this. If I want borders in between, I will select draw border grid and I can draw in between. I can also erase the borders. I can also choose the color line, or I can use any style which I want. The most important among all is the last one, more borders. If I click more borders, that brings us to the format cell dialog box and on the border tab. You can also use a shortcut to bring this dialog box. Just press Ctrl and 1. You can also right click anywhere on the worksheet and select format cells option. Sometimes by default it may take you to number tab, so just click on this border tab. Another way of bringing this dialog box is just click on this small arrow button in this number group. So now it has taken you to the number tab, so just click on border tab. Over here you can see the first option to select is the style of the line. The second option is to select the color. I can choose any of these colors. If I want to choose more colors, I can select here. I can even customize the color. Let's say if I want this color, I go to custom and then I can change the color according to my requirement. You can see the preview over here. in this box. Third is the presets and borders. This preview box will show you exactly how my borders will look when it is applied on my actual data. If you notice now, it is showing only one box over here. That is because I have selected only one box in my spreadsheet. If I select two cells, let me show you how is the preview. Let me select these two cells, right click, format cells. Now you can see there are two cells, one at the top and one at the bottom. And if I select the horizontal cells, now it will show me horizontally, just next to each other. But in my case, I will select the whole result and then the box will show like this. So hope it's clear now. So now let's apply some borders. First I will choose the style. Let's say, let me keep it a simple line. Then I will choose the color. I will select this dark grayish color. You can see the preview over here. Next, I want to put the borders to my table from inside as well as outside. So I can use this preset options. I will use the outside border. So now you can see the border is applied on the outside and the inside border. And if I had chosen another color, then the whole thing would look like this. So let me keep it gray. You can also click inside this preview box and choose whichever side you want to put borders. You can even put the diagonal lines like this, or you can remove the borders. So I will remove this diagonal lines, I don't want it now, and I will select OK. It is difficult to see the effect of the borders, so you have to click outside of the highlighted cells. So now you can see the effect. What I would recommend here is to remove these grid lines so that we can see our borders very clearly. So for that, you have to go to the View tab and deselect grid lines. So now you can see the borders very clearly and the grid lines have disappeared. To bring it back, just you have to select this back. So I will deselect it. You can also use the fill effect to make your data look more impressive. So in the same dialog box, I will select Fill tab. Here you will see the background color and the pattern color. Let me show you what is the difference. This one is the background color. So I will use the same color here. And then I can choose a pattern. So let me choose a simple pattern like this and then select OK. So this is the pattern and this is the background color. To remove this quickly, I can just use the undo key, that is Ctrl Z 2 times. So now it has disappeared. So let's go back to the format cells and fill option. Next, what you see here is fill effects. You can create a good pattern by the combination of these two colors. You can choose whichever color you like, but first we have to select the cells which we have to give this fill effect. So let us just do that. I want to give it here fill effects. Let me use a combination of this color and the same color but little lighter shade. I can also choose the shading styles over here. You can see in this variant box there are different styles. So let me keep it horizontal and I will select this one and select OK. So this is the preview sample and I will just click OK. So now I'll format the next line. I will use slightly lighter colors, this one and this one, and select OK. Similarly, now I could have chosen all these cells together to give it one format, but just because I'm giving this shading effect, I choose them one by one. So now I want to get rid of this grid lines in between. I will select them. I'll go to format cell option, borders, and I want to remove this in between line. So I will just deselect this line and click OK. So now you can see the border is to full effect and the lines are gone. So now it looks much better. Similarly, let me create another border over here. with a different color. I will do the same thing, format cells, fill effect, but this time let me choose this color. And then I will use slightly lighter color to make this effect. Okay. And I will remove this inside borders too. Deselect this as well, and okay. If you want to put a thick border, let me show you a trick. I will insert one line here. I will select both these columns and I will resize them. Let me put this grid line so that you can understand exactly what I did. So now my border will look something like this. I can just press Ctrl 1 and then choose double line and select on the outside border and okay. So now my border will look something like this. So let me put some color effect over here. So now you can see we have got a very good thick border effect. Let me make some more changes. I will change the color of this background to black and my text I will make it white and I will make it bold. I will change this color to white. I'll make it bold as well and I will increase the size. I will make this color blue. Make it bold as well and increase the size a little bit. And I will format this as well. Format cells, fill effects. Let me make this grayish, something like this, and then okay. If I want to give the same effect to the other lines, I will select this, click format printer 2 times, and then just paste it over here. And then I will give the same color effect to the last line, and that's it. So now our report is ready. I will just give some finishing touches. I will select these rows and I will resize them. I will select one row and then change the size of the same row. So now it's perfect. Let me make this italic. I will select this data, home, and then italic. Now you can convert this table into a picture format as well. You have to just select this, go to the home tab, under copy, just select copy as picture. So now it will ask you, I will choose this as shown on screen option and the format will be picture format. So I will select OK. So now I can just paste it wherever I want. Ctrl V. Now you can see that this has turned into a picture format. It has no link to any cells in the Excel sheet. I can move it wherever I want. So now I don't want this. I will just delete it. So now you have learned all the possible functions to format your data. If you have learned something new from this video, please press the like button and also subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.